Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. Leave your pants on, but take your bra off. It's gonna be a heavenly show today. We're gonna go through some monster freaking news. Where's my green candle? 8 red monthly candles in a row, PulseChain. What are we doing? I got a lot of stuff to go through with you today. Firstly, here's a lollipop. You're gonna need it. We're also streaming on X. I guess my stream is now routing through Tel Aviv. Oops, did I just say that? Thank you to Mr. MVS Crypto. We are going to be covering so much PulseChain monster news. But first, I mean... yeah, we're saving that 8th red monthly candle in a row. This is it. This is your pump, baby. This is it. Let's zoom into it. Celebrate every win. 1.7%. Well. You round it up to 2%. It's a party. Thank you to everyone joining us. We've got Mr. Sluggy Boo saying GM. That's a double good morning to the baby dolls. Mr. Hexponential coming on. He doesn't know what's going on. Street Syndicate. We do love and appreciate you. Jason Bourne, OnlyFriends. That's right, OnlyFriends. Yes. Getting some foot action for everybody on Twitter as well. Yeah, you see that? What's going on over there? Mr. Jason Bourne yelling about a green candle. It is. It is. I'm actually surprised it's green. Mr. MB coming in here saying hello, friends, with the orange juice. A spoonie wilder. Early access content, friends. All the content's free. But if you want to support early access, alpha as it comes along your way, I do love and appreciate every single one of you. Everyone coming out saying, hello. We're going to need so many miracles this year, aren't we? Let's crank it! Friends, I'm just saying, like, this, this crypto thing better work out. I think I went into the unemployable range like 2.5 years ago. Now I'm sure a passport of mine will be totally illegal kryptonite no matter where I go. So I do love and appreciate every single one of you. We've got Alex B, $10 donates. This weekly nibble is on me, Alex says. We must believe in something. I know, sir. Well, you know what, friends? This is it. This is what we're doing. We're bringing out the pegs. OnlyFriends, I really hope one day when pDAI is like 0.5 cents, we'll have an only peg session live, friends. Mr. MVS Crypto is cranking it. We'll be speaking about Richard Hart, PulseX, all these upgrades. Richard Hart announces a big PulseX upgrade, friends. We always go through Richard Hart's logo stuff first. Remember, the X logo was borrowed from Richard Hart by Elon Musk, otherwise known as Elon Musk, who almost has a net worth of 1 trillion. Ain't that something? Elon's net worth himself is like 5 times all the altcoins. I want you to have a look at all of this stuff, friends. We are looking at Richard Hart's tweetaroonies about PulseX, new updates, better liquidity routing. So what you actually find out, friends, is over time, I don't know if you ever used this, like ever seen this. Sometimes you haven't used the technology in a while. Technology, like a website, you know, you'll go to maybe Facebook. Maybe you go to look at Amazon's, whatever it is out there. You just haven't used it in a while. Maybe you go back and log into Steam and you'll just be surprised. Like, oh, wow, there's a couple of new things. It's more efficient. It's faster. When you're in here every day, you don't notice all the incremental changes. It's all the normies. They come and they get very, very surprised as well. We've also, friends, got juice and vibes with $2 redoonies, crypto pumping when everything else is trash. Let's go. That is very deep, that message, friends, because crypto was born in the chaos. It's funny, we've been avoiding a US recession for all these years. Not that you and I can do anything about it, but that'll be just a funny thing where if we just actually do get the chaos and everything goes to zero, but we just start going up. Why is that? Because it makes no sense. That's why. That's why it would happen. Also, friends, we're going to speak about Mr. Vote for Blockchain now. Blockcast. Okay, Blockcast running a very competitive poll on the most used privacy platforms. So PulseChain is always in the topic of conversation, friends. Are they engagement farming? Friends, you got to remember as well, so let's get these pegs out for yourself. Friends, the whole concept of engagement farming, man, it'd be funny if you're watching me out there in public, friends, or at work. I'm sorry right now. I just don't know how you explain to your boss. It's just easier for you to put some corn, friends. You know what I mean? But engagement farming, you got to remember, it's not for them. It's for us. Don't you like seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who are also offside with you, who refuse to leave? Yes, that's the whole point of it. Like, who cares about giving engagement to some other KOL? It's not about that. It's for us. It's our war cry. It's every chain. You know, we do it in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but friends, you know, our voice gets drowned out. Vitalik's too busy, you know, calling up the Ethereum Foundation, telling him to dump. Bitcoin is decentralized, but, you know, the only thing you hear from Bitcoin is, hey, Michael Chad Saylor, have you found any more Ponzi money to borrow so you can buy BTC? That's literally Bitcoin now. Wall Street. Community tablet heroes. Open info service from IM0 helped Mr. RG3, our local pirate, and the team label and pack 4,800 PulseChain promo tablets in just 2 days. Whoa, man, check it out. That's awesome, friends. Look at these. This is the community working hard. Working hard. Friends, you got to remember, look, these are the real soldiers and warriors. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing for you and me, you like wake up and you're like, this price is trash. You just lock your phone, you just walk away. You know what I mean? But these people are actually doing stuff in real life. You know, friends, like they're touching papers and they're lifting boxes and they know at the back of their mind, man, we're down 97% after 5 years. You know what I mean? It just hits differently when you're doing that. That's why these are the real heroes. You know what I mean? They're more than just a nipple peg here and there. You know, they're more than just flash a foot with a sock on. You know what I mean? These are the people that are carrying the real spirit. This is like when we go up and all these mainstream crypto influencers, like whatever the hell is rallying in the future, right? Let's say like, I don't know, the Filipino currency is rallying and Crypto Banter will be having a stream saying why you should 400x long the Filipino peso, even though it's gone up for 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? During those times, hopefully PulseChain's already up, but it'll be something else that's in favor. This is where the alpha actually is. It's because, you know, but remember, friends, prices are so low. It's not about, you know, are you going to take over Amazon or anything? Because you're priced for being dead. That's the most important part. That's why when a price is like this horrendously low, right? It's not about, okay, you priced for perfection. No, you're literally priced for being dead for like a long time. That's why, like, to me, it's easy. You know, that's why, friends, we are committing $10 doonies every single week, putting it into crypto. We're starting the bull market ourselves. That's the mistake most people make. Like, friends, I've shown you all the macro stuff, for example, you know, like gold and everything, and gold and silver. I remember when people were buying it, you really needed like the end of the world to really start like then and there. And it all got priced in. You see what I mean? But this is priced for perfection. But no one ever thinks about it like that. When everything's been going down only for a long time, you're priced for being dead. So it doesn't take much to spark everything up. ProveX post-launch show. So we have RH Maxi hosting a ProveX post-launch show. Okay, that's called the After Party, where I'm from. With everything you need to know about here. So this is obviously RH Maxi, friends, doing streams and everything. Hopefully he has his backwards on hat. If he doesn't have his backwards on hat, we're closing it immediately. There he is with the backwards on hat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go through some of the code as
well. Cornhub, you've got some competition for your money.
Well,
we're scrolling through code. Jeez. Very spicy, very sexy. See how amazing that is, friends? All the energy and the passion coming to the community. Massive upcoming giveaway as well. Johnny Aguila shouts out the PulsicanStore. Very lovely group of people over there. Or a group of person. With the upcoming giveaway. So, friends, you got to remember, friends, like, who wears this, bro? You understand? We wear this. This is the funniest part. Friends, you got to understand. We're laughing now. We're laughing now. But one day we do go up. Otherwise known as anti-Dune. And friends, I want to make a video I can't wait that one day. I'm like, hey, you know, this guy had a logo of a coin that's down 99.5% from the top, you know, and still no one bought. And look, you've seen the dude walk around in here. Aren't you at least like mildly curious that the community's still alive? They're not. They're not, friends, because they're, look, the crowd drinks soy. The crowd skips leg day. The crowd doesn't know what the hell they're doing, you know? Remember, the crypto cheaters, all the crypto traders, they bought the top of gold, they cursed it. They bought the top of silver, they cursed it. Everything they touch, cursed. Obviously, they're out of altcoins now. They're never touching an altcoin ever again, which is good. Fine by me. So now they're going to curse BTC. Also, they're in oil. And guess what? They're cursing that right now as we speak. Okay, so everything the crypto traders touch, they literally curse it to hell. Also, friends, I'm not sure if we have our coverage here, but as you've seen, we have, obviously, the hot topic of the PulseChain community is... Oh, there's a live logo on my thing! Oh! Wow! Okay, so we have, remember the SotaChronicles. We have his latest video, okay, which is pretty much, you know, it's entertaining, friends. I know if you're personally affected, I know it's tough because, like, you know, it's hard to shrug off stuff when you have someone making claims, like, you know, because, you know, with Giga, apparently there's another guy with his name and he did some fraud thing, the other guy, and so they have a similar name, so there's big confusion over there. But look, I'm just gonna be honest, friends, we're down so much. To me, it's like we're watching a show. That's what we all interpret it as, you know? There's only a few of you who are like, you're spending all your energy fighting each other, where we're just grabbing popcorn. We're honestly just grabbing popcorn. Cletus, if anybody gonna be sleeping in my sister, it's gonna be me. That's what it looks like. Actually, not even looks like. That's what it is. But it's fun. It's great. They're not doing that in Cardanzo. Friends, Cardanzo is like a one-man show. It's funny, Cardanzo is everything they thought PulseChain was, where it's just Richard Hart. Yeah, but it's Charles streaming. And I like Charles, okay? Charles Cockinson, you know? I like that. Polkadot, friends. Polkadot. Hello, Polkadot people. I'm trying to abuse you. Can you come out and defend your bags, please? Where are you? You know, everyone's gone, friends. We're still here. We're still fighting, you know? Like, okay, we're fighting over a sandwich, pretty much. You know, everyone's missing their teeth. But that's the energy, man. You got to think about it, dude. If they're doing this stuff for free, how loud do you think they're going to yell when everything's actually starting to go up? I've got a comment here from Mr. CryptoDOS. No, Mr. Baseline. I printed a few million ProveX from ZKP in a week. Let's go. CryptoDOS. pDAI 3 cents by the end of the year. I hope so, sir. Let's actually get that out. It's actually a hot topic always. And you don't get it, dude. Every single time someone comes out to bag pDAI, I say, okay, why was it the first logo on PulseX then? Okay, thank you. There you go. This is the pDAI price chart. It actually rallied on Trump Euphoria. It's down like everything else. This green monthly candle hopefully goes to 3 cents by the end of the year. I'll just be honest. I don't see it at 3 cents at the end of the year. I want it at like $30, but this stuff, friends, like, I don't know, maybe by the end of this year we have a disbelief run. This is 0.5 cents. Obviously, you just hope you wake up and everything teleports. Let's just be honest, man. There's a lot of damage done everywhere. We're just so drained, you know. We've also got Mr. Fishcracker. How confident are you with pDAI? I don't have any confidence, so I think the price is cheap, so I'll just buy more. That's it. I don't know anything else beyond that. People always want to put words in other people's mouths because they need something to believe in. So they'll say, you said it's definitely going to go up. You did this, because they can't make a decision for themselves. So I don't get angry at that. I don't blame you. I'm here 18 hours a day, right? Like, friends, if you go to the dentist, I'm not going to go research 18 freaking hours a day about, do you put a condom on my tooth or do you put some glue? I've got no idea. You know what I mean? I don't have an opinion. Like, you're the dentist, right? So you just tell me. I get it, right? But still, at the end of the day, you know, bro, you know, it's crypto, dude. Like, we know, like, crypto, like, I'd love to say crypto. Oh, man, breaks my heart even repeating this. So many, many years ago, friends, before you and I were born, crypto used to actually go up. And they used to say, you know, crypto's volatile to the upside and the downside. Now we've had to like edit that statement. It's just, no, crypto just goes down and it's just downside volatility. And I would love one day for that to change, right? That's why I peg my nipples every day. That's why I sharpen my elbows. But, you know, it really does break your heart when it comes out. He just looking at everything all together. Also, friends, so I've shown you the PulseChain price chart from before. Remember, there's some key markers here. So Ivan on Tech releases a book saying PulseChain is a scam, which is right. He also simultaneously, Somi activates Spoonie Wielders. Okay, so we're starting the bull market ourselves, $10 redoonies at a time. Should I open up the portfolio now? I'll open it up. Let's see. Yes, we're up $1. Come on. Come on. $1 in a day. Here we go. We've put in $30, friends. That's 3 weeks. We're still down 40 cents total, but you know, this is, you know, we got to celebrate every win. Okay, we got to celebrate every win. We're up $1 in 1 day. Come on, baby. We're doing $10 redoonies every week. You can understand how annoying it is, friends. I spend more money in electricity to power my PC than I do to insert the $1 to each altcoin. Okay, it's literally costing me more in electricity to do it, but I'm still doing it out of principle. We're still buying. We're starting the bull market ourselves. And by the way, friends, also, jokes aside, Pulse is 30x to its all-time high. That like every $10 is a $300 hit. $300 if it gets there. You know, that's a big difference between buying high and buying low, right? But then you might say, yeah, what if it takes 18 years? Yeah, there you go. But you know, what if it takes 18 months instead? What if Bitcoin's next top is 180K? Are you getting like a 2.2x from here? You know what I mean? You can do all these big ifs and whatevers. You never get any conclusion. And you can't solve for everyone, friends. People want a guarantee. There's no guarantee, bro, at all. This is PulseX price chart, friends. PulseX, they're all the same chart. Everything's bonded. Everything's low. PulseX is very low. There, man. We're down 94% after 5 years. Man, we've been getting absolutely destroyed. This is PHEX. PHEX is, yes, there we go. 8 red monthly candles in a row. It's actually down 95% just from the Trump euphoria. Man, talk about that. I mean, HEX hit 55 cents in 2021. And then the euphoria point was 3 cents in the next cycle. Now, that's PHEX. So if you combine it, might have been like 3.5 cents. Man, that's just talk about a kick in the balls. But look, friends, I'll be honest, okay? And I'm not joking. Because I'm actually buying every week, I like it going down. And I'm not even joking. I like it. Because it's like free hits to me. And I'm like, wait. What about your real portfolio? I go, forget that. That's gone now. I don't look at that anymore. I'm just looking at my weekly bite. We're just nibbling. I'm not joking. I'm actually like, oh, wow. I actually wanted to go down. Because you're just like slicing it. That's why, friends, it's the biggest mental shift, which makes no sense, dollary doonie rise. But I'm looking at that weekly bite, so my brain hasn't adjusted because of this peanut brain, hasn't actually adjusted to the other stuff. That's why I'm trying to round everybody up to do it. You actually be surprised. You're like, oh, go down. Cool. That's cool. And you actually get more bang for your buck. Friends, every dollar that I put into the pDAI, I get 761. I think pDAI is something. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, wow, that'd be funny if it hit $1. You know, it's going to be a while, though. DEX development flurry. CryptoSolve highlights DEX developments currently happening on PulseChain. So, once again, the tech is improving. We have a lot of liquidity routes. We have things, they get incrementally better, okay, every few months. You know, you have switch.win. Shout out to Ragzy Boo, friends. I promise Ragzy Boo, I would give him a shout out as well. Ragzy, we love you. We love your hair. We love your facial hair as well. You're a cool dude. Ragzy, friends, so Switch, they have launched the limit orders, you know. Now here's the thing with the PulseChain community. Oh, so we also have got, friends, we've also got Liberty Swap, we've got Pateus, Agarax as well, OTC Marketplace. So congratulations, everyone's still building for the community. But you got to remember as well, the great irony of this is everyone in PulseChain used to be HEX community, right? Saying, please, use the limit orders, please. No, dude, you don't want them to use the limit orders. If you're buying, you want them to hit market. There's nothing better than them actually hitting market, you know? Because you think, right, oh, please just leave your limit order on the offer so we can trade up through you. Yeah, that's like bull market euphoria stuff when there's people around lurking and they just want to hit market. But that's not around here. But if you're actually buying, it's a whole different story, you know. It's just, I never thought that, friends. Even just putting $10 redoonies, you don't mind it staying low, you know. But then what happens is everyone gets greedy. You want it to stay low forever. So we're waiting for that shift to happen. It just hasn't happened so far. Check that curve. The famous OG congratulates 369 PLS for providing limit orders on PulseChain with the curve. Congrats on the extrovert and his team. The moment has arrived. This is the limit orders. So obviously, friends, limit orders, they're resting orders in the marketplace. But yeah, the time we're waiting for is when the PMI is like rising, right? Which it is above 52 now. So what are we waiting for? I don't know, friends. Like literally every single correlation that we're waiting for, it fails. And then a new downside only correlation appears. We have the PMI above 52. You know, others BTC is crawling up. It is a monthly chart. And we flip green on the monthly MACD. I call this the lost cycle. Man, we got butchered, man. We got butchered, friends. This is like, but like the worst is done now. Actually, what do I know? You know what I mean? No one knows anything, friends. No one knows. Look, I don't know anything, but I could tell you right now, I will take the other side on any person who thinks they're going to retire by trading. I'll take that other side. Easy. Easy. Saw it in, I've literally seen it every single year, by the way. In crypto, I've seen it. The big wipeout. See, in crypto, this is the worst part. When you lose all your money in crypto, it's usually the shorts. So firstly, there's the longs. The longs die first. That's like the end of going down. The longs die. But then the people around the cockroaches, they become shorters. If you look at every, you notice, friends, all the streams, short this, come and trade gold and silver, short this, there's a trend here, trend is down, short. So the cockroaches sell the rest of their portfolio and they just become shorters. And now, because what they want to do is they want to make money consistently. So they want to make money every couple of days, every week. So they start getting used to just seeing ranges, sell the top of a range, sell the top of a range. And then what ends up happening is all the retails pile on and they all get liquidated at the same time, eventually on the run up, which I want to be mindful. I don't like bringing this up a lot because actually some of you, unfortunately, took like, I'll just be honest, some people, I'm not going to name names or anything, but just some people, friends, have taken some hits. You wouldn't wish it on like one of your enemies, pretty much. You know, like I'm talking like, 25 Bitcoin liquidations and stuff. I'll just show you, friends, it's these moves, okay? This is zombie virus. So obviously this liquidated a lot of people. I think like BitBoy lost like 60 Bitcoin on the way down here. And then he got short. And then he lost a bit again. But then this was before BitBoy had his like generational run. Here's where Michael Saylor got in. But right here, friends, a lot of people just started getting short. They played the range here. They escaped. And then this was the killer. You see? So it's almost like the market mean reverts, a little bit of mean reversion, and it just doesn't come back. That move, I cannot exaggerate how many people lost literally everything. This is why the worst part, friends, is while I crank it for you. The worst part is when you lose it all. So the cockroaches, they're shorters. So when they lose it all, it is juxtaposed with all of us yelling and partying. That's why they all go silent. So they don't come out and say, hey, everybody, look at me. I wasted 18 months getting short on an industry I showed up every day to and ignoring the hodl meme, right? That no one comes out and says that because they feel way too embarrassed. The pain, friends, the pain is... but they're doing it all over again. You got no one to blame but yourself. High growth liquidity layer on PulseChain. TruDeFi. True2x is becoming one of the top protocols by volume. Growing adoption. Growing partners. Congratulations to everyone there. Like I say, friends, do your research. Check the code. Throw it in ChatGPT. Just be careful with the yield stuff as well, friends. Just yield, like just the whole concept of yield. Like it's like kryptonite, that word now. Yield used to be, yield used to be the retailer word. Passive income. Like retail have gotten so destroyed by DeFi and everything and anything to do with yield that they just want nothing to do with it. Then they all became TikTokers, right? Where it's like, I'm going to buy and sell before everyone else. Now they lost all their money on TikTok. Remember, friends, I've just told you the average hold time of a Solana coin, so PumpFun now, the average hold time, you know, exactly 2 years ago, it was 36 hours. That was the average hold time. Now it's down to 60 seconds. So 36 hours is already a shockingly small amount of time. Now it's down to literally 60 seconds. It's totally PvP. Okay, there's not enough retail money at all. They're all gone. They lost all their money. There has to be a new game. What's the new game going to be? I don't know. Yeah, that's why I always thought, you know, what if Elon let you create a coin on X? But maybe they won't let you do that because they consider crypto just totally spam now. Handing out tablets. We have Best Hawk, not Worst Hawk, handing out PulseChain tablets to crypto enthusiast couple while encouraging the community. Wow, this is awesome.
Just delivering the joy of the PulseChain tablets.
This is cool, man.
Free tablets, and just doing it wherever I can so they get to their car.
Man, I love it. I love this. This is old wise boomer energy. It reminds me of like the gold buyers, friends. It reminds me of, you know, gold is old. Gold is old. I'm showing you the chart now, friends. Remember, everyone laughed. They laughed and laughed and laughed. Oh my gosh, what a run, by the way. There it is. And then the war starts. Bang. That's funny. But yeah, friends, this is the community still coming out to show up. What is going on here? It has to be something, you know. I know we've been waiting a long time. We've been kicked in the balls as well. Also, friends, I want to play some angel music while we go through some comments. Mr. Jason Bourne saying dietard mode. Sami, up the weekly buy to $11 and I will become a spoony wilder. I think I also, I was actually thinking about it. I want to put $1 at Dooney somewhere. Remember throwing it in HEX or something. But you got to remember, right? This is the funny, this is psychology. Because it's a $10 Dooney buy and I've got like $1 here and there, I just want to buy HEX because it's 200x to the all-time high. I'm thinking, man, if it went back to the all-time high, that's $1 becomes $200. What a joke. But also, I want to do that. I'm not putting in I put $3 into Bitcoin, but I don't want to put that extra dollar into Bitcoin, right? It's funny, just the psychology. Once you're like budgeting for it and dreaming, only crypto I would love to buy more crypto, but now need to buy more diesel. Australia is in a poop place at the moment. Funny, everyone is top blasting oil. Everyone. I've spoken to so many friends and family. No one believes me. They're like, hey, what would you know about markets? It's been going down for 5 years. I know. Man, you're all top blasting oil all over again, dude. It's a scam. It's a scam. But you got to think, like, literally every retailer, I'm seeing all they send these high quality pictures and TikTok videos. It's like every retailer says the same thing. Oil's going to 220. Everyone says the same thing, man. Is, you know, we've just, because we like got destroyed by crypto, it's like once bitten, twice shy. But it's like, man, you can't be on the same side as the retailers. Just because they got one thing right, you can't, man. It's not like they're never right. It's just that they're like only correct like 5 to 10% of the time. That's it. You can't, man, you can't go with them every time. We have Tam Tam joining us. Hello, my lovelies. We do love you, Tam Tam. We've also got everyone talking about Poopy Pants McLovin. We got Mr. Paladin as well. It just popped right up with $50 doonies. We're gonna have to up it up. Let's go. Let's go. How can your fans know when we are at the top of the market when all of your outfits signal euphoria? You know, friends, Trump euphoria was the last time I wore the NASA jacket, the Joe Rogan NASA jacket. I still got it. I don't have the heart. I can't put it on now. I can't put it on. It's just, you can't. I was even thinking, what price does Bitcoin have to go for me to be in the mood for doing it? And I named the number so high. I go, I think Bitcoin's got to be 130, but actually we don't even care about BTC. We need Ethereum at like 5,000. I want 5,000. That's like, it's so far away. We were the euphoria signal. But it was just 1 month, man. It was just 1 month. So also some alpha for everyone out here. This is, if there's a pattern of us getting screwed, this is what's been happening, okay, friends? I'm going to actually write it here. In 2017, okay, This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to mark US presidential election. Okay. 2017, say, bull run went for 12 months. In 2021, it ran for, this is 12 months after the US election. Okay. So, right after election. In 2021, it was about 6 months. In 2025, it was literally equals 1 month. It was actually just DEC 2024, was it? It breaks your heart, man. So we used to have 12 months. Yeah. It was 2 big waves. Then how everyone got screwed in 2021, we only had 1 wave, which was 6 months. You know, so it's from, we ran December and then peaked in May, 6 months. And then China killed everything. Then in 2025, basically we had a 1 month bull run. But we thought it's actually just getting started. We're just 1 month in. No, it's over. Oh, man, it's painful. You can actually see that here. You can literally see that run right here. This is the 12-month area. This is the May part. See how this peaked so early, whereas this peaked all the way at the end. And then, friends, there's literally no green here. We literally just went down. So what's the conclusion? Is crypto going to zero? It's not about really what you think the valuations are. We got to think of, okay, remember, friends, everyone, they have recency bias. So all the retailers and the prices we see now that they've had just pain and destruction, no alt queefing, they're all gone. So the prices we look at now, if you look at, because I don't want to jinx anything, I'm just telling you, if you look at any other past 100 years of charts, stocks, different sectors, okay, what actually happens is, I'll just show it for you here. What happens when you go down for so long, like an enormous amount of time, the up literally just goes up, bull flag, everyone thinks it's over, up, bull flag, everyone thinks it's over. It does this real move. And see, no one's able to get in because everyone's waiting for another dip. Yeah, because they're so used to things going on. But then actually what happens is if you roll this out forward, eventually when it comes back up, everyone gets up here again. Okay. Question is when? When moon? That's what we don't know. That's what we're waiting for. That's what we don't know. You know, could be, I hate to say it, friends, I'm just telling you right now, I know it's very, very, I know it hurts you, it breaks your heart. I mean, like, check about my nipples, friends. My nipples are still pegged here, okay? And oil's obviously spiking up the cost of Band-Aids, right? This is the new Rolex flex. So when I say, like don't shoot the spoony wielder, please. And by the way, you can't. I'll just block the bullets. It's spoony after all. When I say 2028, everyone wants to basically come out and just start lighting me on fire, okay? Straight away. And by the way, we're going to light the candle as well. Okay, I'm just letting you know, if I say those words, it really hurts. But one, I don't know anything, but two, like, there is only one formula in crypto that's ever worked. New US president, we start going up. Now, in each cycle, it used to be 12 months, then 6 months, then 1 month, but that's still the formula. I'm hoping now, I'm really hoping, friends, see how it's been going, it's been moving forward 6 months each time. Maybe it moves forward 6 months again. Maybe the final big thing is like, not at the end of 2028, maybe it's halfway 2028, which is maybe we just start running from December 2027. That's just something just to think about, but we don't know, friends. We're going to light the candle every day. Okay. By the way, friends, these theories and stuff, they're just theories, man. We don't know anything. Okay. We don't know anything. If you've noticed a lot of crypto influencers, they've just like capitulated on crypto. They're touching gold, touching silver, and everything else. Look, you don't make money doing that, dude. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. I'll tell you what, actually, they do know what they're doing. They're farming an audience, okay? Because, friends, remember, okay, look, I have a choice, for example. I got a choice. Okay, see, some people wake up, they choose their gender. I can wake up today and I can say, well, you want something new. Yeah, that's what they do to us, by the way. See, these people, they just talk, they feel out the crowd in a very family-friendly way. So, friends, it's very easy to just give somebody some new dopamine because you think, oh, there's a new product. I know what I have to do, buy Palladium. Oh, I've got to go buy this new AI company from China I've never heard of. Because when you say a new logo, a new ticker, there's a new chart and you don't have your memories in that. There's no scarring. Okay? But when I say, got a DCA, buy some Ethereum, everyone goes, see, it's been going on for 5 years. Technically, it means it's the cheapest it's ever been. ETH BTC round trip to 10 years. But that's what a lot of these crypto influencers are doing. That's what all these influencers do. They just feed you the dopamine, you know? That's why, like, you do have a choice, friends. Like, I'm literally buying every week. Yeah, you can actually do something. Even if it's $2 you're doing these, friends, put something in. And you can choose whatever you want. Moving on, friends. We have the PulseChain Buy and Burn stats. Highlighted by PulseX. The buy and burn, geez, friends. What's going on with that buy and burn, man? 9.18% of circulating supply. That's the non-origin address circulating supply. So I think GoPulse, remember, I think GoPulse, friends, they were shouted out by Richard Hart. But then I think they released their own token, so he removed them. And then everyone was like, what's going on here? So this is PulseX. It says 8.74%. So maybe there's a bit of racism there. Where's the buying and burning part? Hello. But also, friends, you've seen it as well. That's why I have it. Like, I have to show this to you. I show this to you a lot. Extremely important for everyone at home. That's right, friends. You know, sometimes you see someone crying. Look, I get it, man. If you're gonna be a cry fag, I get it, dude. It's hard. We're all kicked in the balls. You're not invited to any family events. I get it, man. I get it. I'm just like, are you here to cry or are you here to learn? I want to ask these people that. Actually, I don't want to talk to them anymore because I've given them all the answers. I've said, bro, listen, I've told you 30,000 times. PumpFun right here. If TradingView stops being PumpFun inserted 250 million USD. And it failed, okay? And there's going to be 3 red X's, okay? Do you see this? PumpFun injected $250 million into this chart, and the ICO was here, all right? You are, look at this. You are 50% below the ICO. And for everyone at home, you're like, so, but Tommy, how? Why? Listen, man. You can push a price somewhere. It doesn't mean the market has to accept it. That's it. You can push a price anywhere you want. It's thin liquidity. You know, that's why, yeah, we did get scammed with Bitcoin and crypto down. But if we really didn't want to be here, we're going to be out of here in a short time. Depends how much the market wants to accept it. It's like the bouncy ball, right? But look, obviously, you injected $250 million and yeah, everyone just dumps onto it. There's no buying follow through. You're buying expensive. So this is a case example of what would happen if Richard Hart injected the Ethereum, even if it's for a loss. If he injected money in right now, I'll just bring it out here for you. This is the chart you would get, friends. You would literally get someone like this, like, whee! And by the way, now you're going to feel real bad because not even the money could like inject you up higher, right? He could send that up higher and then it's done. You need buyers, man. You need buyers literally lurking. You need people to see higher valuations. You need more time. That's it. When does that come? I don't know. Maybe Doge hits $1. Maybe Ethereum hits 5,000. Maybe there's a Clarity Act here and there. Maybe Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. Maybe Vitalik stops drinking soy and stops eating bugs. You don't know what that specific event is. But there will be a unicorn. Something will go up. You know, there's like what I call that lightning rod moment. Okay, that's what you need. Like, you don't know where it comes from, right? Everyone's gambling on what they think the unicorn is. Everyone wants to be the leader. That's also why, friends, you see a lot of the HEX community, they were one of the unicorns from 2021. They were the ones that were disconnecting to the upside with correlation. That's why when it was going up, there was like Richard Hart and everyone's talking point saying we're not correlated to the market. We have different unique TShare system and game theory. You know, but that's hindsight explanation. Now we just correlate one for one, even more worse to the downside, you see? And why is that, friends? It's because, right? Just so everyone knows this, you gotta understand this, right? Friends, here is Normie land, and you and I are in crypto land. We're all in crypto island, okay? All of us are in crypto island. Yeah, even though there's different tokens, there's different approaches to the red pill solution. There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's XRP, there's Polkadot, right? I like my girls over 18, Polkadot. I don't agree with you over there. So you got your Painlink, right? You've got you've even got XLM. Stellar is the vegan version of XRP. Okay, so maybe in the XLM, the Stellar office, they're walking around with no shoes. They got girls who are dressing from Tree of Life, and they've got that fountain, which is like a lava lamp, but it's got the water constantly running, and they're playing meditation music. You know what I mean? It's just literally a vegetarian version of XRP. Everyone's got their own different approaches. We're in PulseChain. That's why Richard Hart infuses the Constitution stuff into it. Everyone's got their own approach, but we're all correlated. It's funny, we all see ourselves as very different, but actually the market, that's why we correlate with software. Everyone out there in normie land says we're all the same. It's a very hard thing to wrestle with. Because you go, no, what about my brand? What about my logos? What about the nipple pegs? Yeah, but friends, you know, you and I are appreciating nipple pegs, but everyone out there in the rest of the world, the market sees us all as nut jobs. They all see us all as like, oh, you're that digital crypto software money. Right? And we're like, no, I'm different to the Doge guys. They go, nah, not really. Look, but look at our tech. That's why the tech doesn't mean anything. That's why we're all software. We all correlate. Because everything's copy-pastable. Everything's open source. So I figured this out in 2022 because I wanted to know, okay, are we going to zero? Why do these things actually have a bid? And that's also why you can add all the tech in the world. Bitcoin market cap is not going to zero. You're not diluting Bitcoin. Because you'll never be the genesis of Bitcoin. You'll never be the genesis of crypto. You see? But see, we understand that. But a lot of the VCs who come into crypto, they're trying to build like the new killer app, the new poly market, the new gambling thing. Yeah. But they're all mercenaries. They don't want to build a community or a cult. Okay. They don't want to get your friend Somi tattooed on one of their bum cheeks to be infused forever. They don't want to get any of that. Okay. They want to make an app, sell to retail, dump the unlocks, walk away, wait for the next season. And that's why we had PumpFun, because it was a response to that, because their valuations were too high. That leaves us to where we are all today. That's why everybody talking about PulseChain tech, dude. The tech is the community, dude. That's what it is. This is the tech. Do you understand? This is the tech. That's the only tech that matters. When I'm showing you everyone, friends, when we're covering PulseChain Monster News, everyone going out, boots on the ground, right, fluffy slippers on the ground, and everyone dropping the LCD gifts everywhere, that's the tech. You can't copy paste that. One day the market will wake up. Flying the flags. Susie posted a picture on the beach. Flying the PulseChain flag. Check it out. Wow. Man, you guys, honestly, you guys got some balls and ovaries of steel. Hey, everybody. Do I have a deal for you? That's really cool. That's really cool. See, friends, we're like 13x away to flip PedoDot. Where's the PedoDot floaties in the pool, by the way? They're not there. We had an OA massive stake, friends. Mr. CryptoCoffee shared it as well, sharing thoughts on the OA. There's a 3 billion stake. You know, a lot of people, just be honest, a lot of people think it's Richard Hart. Here we have CryptoCoffee.
$6 million of HEX was just staked for 15 years, and what this effectively did was made the HEX circulating supply deflationary. This means that so much HEX was burnt with that.
That's awesome. He's got the mystery music in the background. Yeah, it's TikTok brain rot, friends, but it just, there's 2.5 billion there, and you know, the TikTok brain rot, the themes and the formats, it makes you think you're learning. It's got music here, running xylophone here, flash, 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 boom. But you're just brain rotting. But you need to do it. There's 2.5 billion people there. That's why we have our endeavor now as well. Switch milestone. We have Brandon Ragzy celebrating another switch milestone. 10,000 switches. Switch agenda. Switch it back. Switch agenda. Switch it back. Here we have out here. Total swaps 10,000. That's really good. Ragzy, a double shout out for him. That's awesome, friends. See, everyone's still building. You don't understand, man. Friends, why it's good is, like, they could just be making, you know, like a purple squirrel coin. And then tomorrow, they're like, you know what? Purple sucks. Let's make a green squirrel. You see, that's the PumpFun stuff. But you just keep diluting everyone. HEX TShare Scarcity. Crispy Man dropped the new HEX TShare report. Man, it's 200x away to the top. Imagine it gets back there, friends. Imagine. Thank you to Mr. Crispy Man. What I also want to just quickly tell everyone, friends, XRP, this is just why, like, we're just guessing, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just taking a punt, all right? But XRP community, you know, in the back of my mind, this was in 2024. I promise you, friends, I'm literally up. In 2024, I had a fear that when XRP went up, I remember actually when, you know, in the Trump tariffs, I had a fear that XRP's 7-year wait was now going to be the gold standard. I had a fear deep down. And I didn't say anything, didn't tell anybody, anyone, but because I'm like, no, that's just, you know, preposterous. You know what I mean? We can't get cursed that long. Now, every altcoin, it's a dream. You go, well, if you wait 7 years, it's cool. The thing is, though, it starts, I guess, from 2021. 7 years from that point is 2028. Now, look, Tron, friends, didn't have to wait to like teleport. It started moving up beforehand. See? And then it had the big blow off when Trump won the victory. Okay. But they are just interesting examples. Justin Sun, friends, you got to think, okay, we know perception is different, but perception, Justin Sun is called the biggest scammer in crypto. Okay. And when people put Justin Sun, people perceive him as like, oh, just an Asian version of Richard Hart. Okay. But look, it doesn't even matter. Look at this, friends. It doesn't matter. So what people say, friends, is you got to think about it. It's cognitive bias. Because they don't have your coin, they're just going to find any story to throw on there. Okay? Like, oh, you're boring. Oh, this guy's a scammer. Oh, I don't like your coin. Or this thing is trash. Or doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? They're just justifying why they're not long. But you can't take whatever people say seriously. You know, because it all gets unwound if price goes up. Okay? Friends, you're not even Mike Novogratz. Okay? Mike Novogratz. That's so funny, friends. Oh, man. It made me laugh so much. Do you remember, friends, I did the Undertaker belt ding? We went through the Mike Novogratz he did like a 13 combo streak. You know, friends, I was at the gym and I think I was doing shoulders and I heard him go, and I'm like, I'm not going to do my next set until he stops. And I stood there just looking at myself in the mirror, just listening. And I'm hearing going, And I wrote down, I go, you know exactly what to do when you go home and you're going to record for the baby dolls. Okay. That was such a funny scene, man. So Mike Novogratz in one of his interviews, he says, yeah, I wish we bought some Tron, you know, congratulations to Justin, you know? So friends, you know, Mike Novogratz behind the scenes, he would have been like, yeah, it's a massive scammer, but you know, just they put all of it aside if the coin goes up. So yes, all of that stuff, friends, it all gets solved with prices going up over time. CryptoGirl loves zero. CryptoGirl showcases zero. So expanding DeFi ecosystem, 10 protocols, etc. on PulseChain Community, Crypty, out here, Zero Scan, PulseChain Nexus, Crafter. Wow. Is that Sailor Moon? Oh, that's really cool. It's good to see, friends. People still building, there's still communities. Like I said, friends, remember, in crypto, the tech is actually the community of people who don't leave. That's what you actually get value from. All this software, utility junk, no one gives a crap about it, dude. It all gets copy-pasted anyway. It's a race to zero. It's utility. It's the utility trap. Barbecue cook-off. Liquid Liberty and Jason have shared pictures of their own barbecues. This is great stuff, man. Wow! I could eat you all day and night. Look at you. You'd be fun on a Wednesday night. Look at you. Once again, friends, I'm telling you, growing, strong community. Okay, did they get diluted by Dave Portsoy's Greed 4 token? No, they didn't. They're still here. Yummy steaks. HEX deflationary milestone. So we have Ben Sierra mentioning for HEX as well. So remember, friends, I showed you XRP's 7-year wait. Maybe that's what happens, man. Maybe if you're a growing network community, maybe it takes 7 years. Right? You have a cycle that's lost in the middle. That's what happened to XRP, and then you come back, okay? So, shout out to Mr. Benny Boo as well. Why it's very important as well, friends. Remember, XRP, if I show you XRP, so actually both Tron and XRP did not get a 2021 run. Okay, this is called a failure because Ethereum went up 50x. That's the only reason they were able to go up. This is XRP as well. 2017 up here, 7 years. Okay, they had a lost cycle. two examples. But you know, friends, as well, I'm cherry picking too. Because if you look at Mr. Silvertooth's Litecoin, I hope Mr. Silvertooth is out there doing well. See, Litecoin, friends, if you look at Litecoin, oh wow, Litecoin actually came back to the top. Wow, it actually came back to the top out here. Wow. So, but yeah, I'm sure there are other coins that didn't have such a nice run. They go back, and that's a USD price high. This is Monero. Oh, it came back to the high as well. Actually, interesting. So a lot of these coins from 2017, right? So maybe 2021's that new 2017. You have a lot of distribution of weak into strong. More ProveX liquidity. Your friend Somi, aka me, pointing out the ProveX holder. There's some naughty stuff. Wow, look at this guy. Underwear. Okay, there you go. There's enough alpha for you. So the second largest ProveX holder. Okay, Dr. Perv, Mr. Perv, you know. Woohoo! Come and get it. Nice and crusty. They bonded 350K with pDAI Inc. HEX. What does it mean? PulseChain Pioneer, someone's watching. You know, is it PsyOps? We don't know. But it's just, a lot of people got really angry at that just because they bonded with pDAI. Because, friends, it's cognitive bias as well, confirmation bias. Because they're like, no. But it's meant to be a scam. It's meant to be a scam. So that what killed them was seeing someone with 350 grand to blow, bonding with, in their mind, they say, oh, it's a software bug, Vietnamese kid, big fat dong, trash coin that's bugged out and never is going to have anything to do with it, right? That's why it's tilted them. Because they know if they were to take an objective view and sit from the sidelines, they go, hey, someone big believes in this. They know something, or maybe something's going on here. I should investigate. But they're just, that's what every human does this, friends, you know? But yeah, because it's so closely in PulseChain, makes everyone ask questions. Honorable mentions. We've got a new PulseChain Explorer. We've got Crypto 7 went live with high altitude. I think that was onboarded by DIY Vesting. Donovan's. Was it Mr. Donovan's? Where is Mr. Donovan now? I know he's Mr. Donovan's girlfriend. Are you still together? I don't know. I can't tell these days with his youngins. You know what I mean? It's TikTok generation. I think Mr. High Altitude was onboarded with him out here. Friends, you got to remember, just because someone's kind of gone now doesn't mean they're a scammer, man, bro. Like, friends, you understand 8 red monthly candles in a row? Like, it's not normal to get kicked in the balls, right? Get a transplant and then get kicked in the balls again and then tell the doctor, you know what? Hit me in the head now. Because that's effectively what we're doing. We've got Tangent, plans to use Wank Fright ecosystem map to find protocols on PulseChain. That's good. So remember, it's all about network effect and community. You can rally around a literal cup of orange juice, and that'll be enough. But you need everybody to rally around them first. We have a lot of honorable mentions. Volume Treasury Services. Some heroes. Kryptonite. We've got a ProveX staking platform. Look, man, I'm all for tech and stuff. Just please, for the love of God, be super careful before connecting to anything. Okay? Just be super careful, friends. All right? Just don't make any mistakes because you think, oh, things are low now. I can just go lose this. No. Just be careful. A lot of the stuff out here, friends. So I do appreciate and love every single one of you. Remember, friends, for all the coins, they're all low, dude. We've gone through this a trillion times, but I'll go through it with you again. All the coins are low. I'm buying. Okay? I'm buying. And it's kind of funny, dude. Like, I can do whatever the hell I want with my money. It makes some people upset. You understand, friends? They're upset at the thought of something going up when they had a chance to buy it. That's actually what it is, okay? Now I'm going to go through some of the baby dolls in here. We have Mr. HexCon. I'm persisting with my guerrilla marketing. Let's put our differences aside. We've got a lot of orange juice as well, catching up. Somi, can you explain to everyone what modern monetary theory is, please? Look it up if you're not sure. It's where your tax actually goes, Mr. Luke. So MMT, just so everyone knows, it is, okay, how the system of government currently works is, right, you and me, okay, when you earn money, right, you hold taxes here, and then you pay taxes to the government, okay? So this is your tax tax withheld, right, every year. And then over here, we get a clone of Roonies, and this is government. Okay. So what's actually happening is, and then the government spends it and it does this circle. So what the MMT guys go, they go, wait a minute. The government is just paying itself from the economy. Why do we need to give people a tax requirement anyway? Why don't we just print it ourselves? So that's what they say. Now, there's a problem with that. The problem is currencies race to zero when you do that. Because, friends, you know this tax withheld part, right? Because you are holding tax, which is you're keeping a bid on the currency for another year to pay it off, you actually create a bid for your government currency. Without that, no one wants to hold the government currency. You're always just liquidating and spending it. And then that actually races your currency to zero, okay? Like, for example, if you look at Turkey, yeah? The Turkish lira, friends. You can actually look at TRY-USD. Yes, you look at TRY-USD. The Turkish lira, you'll see a down only. There you go. This is what would happen to your currencies. Yeah. So it's the illusion. That's what this MMT is, okay? That's why if you hear Uncle Peter Schiff, he goes, it's not modern, it's not monetary theory, it ain't a theory either. I've heard Uncle Peter Schiff talk about that 50,000 times. So, but usually that MMT, it comes from socialist, left-wing, Democrat thinkers, okay? Because more conservative, Republican-ish, they're more like, hey, let's tax people, let's be conservative, let's not spend as much money. So that's where it all comes from. It's all garbage anyway. You have the same result. They just keep diluting you. It's now I just see it as a psyop, friends. I used to think like, no, you're going to ruin the system. No, it's a psyop. Why is it a psyop? Because, right, people like you and me, you know the system's rorting you. So when someone comes out with a new idea, you get the dopamine hit. You think, oh, I know. Let's vote that person in and get the new system in. Big mistake. Nothing gets fixed. But what ends up happening is the deep state gets to buy another 2, 3, 4, 5 years while they figure out the next scam. Well, they've got the scams pre-planned, okay? So that's why it depends. It's the past 100 years of politics, right? Left, pendulum swings to right. Let's overtax, and then you tax too much, and then, oh, no, we've got enough money. Let's go back socialist and just keep swinging. But what they're doing in the background, they just keep diluting your purchasing power. That's why we made crypto in the first place. Just kind of sucks that we aren't profiting from it anytime soon. Hopefully, it does eventually change. Mr. Hex Kong. Oh, Mr. Sluggy Boo. I can't afford popcorn, let alone the gas to pop it. I know, sir. Wouldn't it be funny if we did rally in the face of this? Abyss. Sota thinks Richard's a scammer, so he's dumb. Yeah, friends. All these labels and stuff just takes a few green monthly candles, which you're waiting for. Mr. Hex Kong. The documentary was great, except for the Giga part. He heard some racist stuff. Yeah, man, it's just it's clear as a big speed. Fun with each other. It's entertainment, man. I'm sorry. Look, if you got look, man. Just let me tell you something. If you have been named in the Sota movie, just let me tell you something. Okay, you know your balls right now. They are way bigger than you can imagine. Okay, you wouldn't even be able to fit in the same room as me. Right, your balls are that big. You are holding something down after 5 years. Okay, you've already done the toughest part. You know, someone make a video on the internet, which is alleging stuff, and like everyone's like, yeah, whatever. Move on. Let's bring on the next show. So I'm just here to reassure everyone, nothing's gonna happen, bro. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, you know my nipples are gonna be perky and tweaking if we get some sort of recovery as well. All right. So it's awesome. Mr. Hex Wizard. Sota made Beirut a raccoon on Super Scammers 2 video game. Yeah, man, that was funny. The amount of effort. That's the thing about PulseChain, friends. They put in so much effort just to like fight each other. You know? Mr. Hodlift, what are your thoughts on ProveX's price prediction since we're sitting at 9,000? I'm going to get it out for us right now. Friends, ProveX is just hard to predict because on one hand, you could imagine it just goes up 10x from here because nobody's long on one hand. On the other hand, if it goes down, everyone goes, well, that's what has happened. That's what's happened every single time. So I hate to say 50-50. It's just, but what happens, friends, is everything's diluted from the market caps. Yeah, man, we just don't know how to answer it. Like You know, we're not meant to have any, you know, biasness, but, you know, crypto's gone down for 5 years and altcoins have been destroyed. So I have no faith in my ability to just say what comes next. That's why I'm just like, you know what, I'm buying whatever. that's all I can do. Mr. Crypto R saying PTGC is the best thing on PulseChain. Well done, certs. We got the legend Leon Kennedy in here. Leon! Thank you so much. So many memories. Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games, friends. And man, that scared the living crap out of me. I could just feel when the zombies as a kid. Oh man, I love the remake as well. So good. It was really good. Horror games, friends, very hard to do because it's all about timing, because you can't just keep spamming zombies to people. So that's why horror stuff, it's a real art. It really is. That's why I love it. Continuing as well. Mr. Hexcon, I am not a fan of pDAI, but each to his own. Not going to bother bashing it. So it's just like another coin of everything. I think what everyone, just remember friends, everyone, like, the pDAI thing is triggering because it would be a chosen one if it goes up. That's why. It would be the answer to the stablecoin SuperCycle. That's why. But we told everyone, bro, we know it has to be ownerless. You can't put your name on something that's meant to be ownerless. Also, rest in peace, Nikolai Mushegian, who's gone away from us. Mr. Honda sends one. Your friend Tommy gift membership. You are the greatest friend. Mr. Fishcracker, I applaud you for being one of the nicest folks within the community. Despite many influencers shitting on your name, you never retaliated. Man, friends, it is. You know what? I'll just read it. I'm like, you know, your portfolio's down. You're having a little bitch. But when a family member comes and they're like, so I saw some comments. And then, because I'm like, I want to ask, what do they say? What do they say? But I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because I know, friends, I know, man. Friends, I know what it's like when you're getting destroyed. It's literally, it's straight cannibalism. It's Canaanite descendant scum, which is funny because I'm 90% Canaanite. It's not really you talking. And I didn't think I'd be this empathetic during this time. I thought I'd be more ruthless. Like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, no, but dude, they're down 95%. You know what I mean? Their parents and their wives and their dogs wondering why there's no food on the table. And they're like, hey, you said 3 years was enough. And then it didn't go up. And then 4 years. And then you waited for Trump. And then Trump got in. And he said he was going to buy the Bitcoin thing. And he didn't. And then it went down. And then he waited for the China tariffs. Then we fixed that. And the Russell 2000 went up. And then that failed. Then the government shutdown happened. Then that failed. And then the banana zone. Yeah, there was a banana zone. It was your freaking... where the sun don't shine. That was the banana zone. And then we're like, okay, 2028. Because that's literally what it's been like. That's the journey. We just look like total nutcases, man. We are. We are. By the way, friends, like it took 3 years to form the low for the Great Depression. And we are now 5 years later. So there's no precedent in history for this ever. That's why I'm buying more. HexCong as well. In 2019, I went to an Ivan on Scat presentation and he was shilling a 9-hour programming course and dinner for $5,000. Damn, man. I remember that. Wow, $5,000. I think over time, Ivan's interviews... Friends, if you ever watch an Ivan interview, there's like an Indian guy in a dark room and he doesn't even have a proper microphone and they'll just speak for 60 minutes. That guy paid $100,000. Yeah. That's just what happens, right? People got so many views from all that stuff back then. I do love and appreciate your friendship. HM Max from London. Love you, Sommy from London. I love everybody in London. London's great. London's great. Walk the dinosaur. With the picture of a kitty, by the way, with the avatar. So cute. Sommy, the alpha goat of PulseChain. Much love from the other side of the planet. The paganism is upon us. Yeah. It's funny. It's fantastic. That's all anyone cares about. I'm telling you, it's stablecoin SuperCycle, right? But look, we don't know anything, dude. We don't know anything. Like, for instance, it's a one of one. How do you have a chain with a founder who might be in a conspiracy SuperCycle hiding a big secret from everyone on there whilst an Interpol's after him, whilst stablecoin SuperCycle happens, whilst there is a bug with a Chopper with Maria with his glitter pants with some infinite minting? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just long. Buying more. Stop undressing my elbows with your eyes. We have Mr. Moby It. $10 Doonies. In a few months, we'll start the pDAI conference year 2. Until then, yeah. Friends, the pDAI conference was on October 10th. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. I'm talking to everyone. Look, guys, I know crypto looks like it's going to zero, but... And I just looked at the chart. Because I was literally in the middle of my speech and I'm just watching Binance just go, oh, wait. Oh, we went to zero. Okay, close the stream. We have to go get jobs now. We already have jobs. We got to go get extra jobs. That was one hell. Man, that was just... What are the chances? Mr. Silvertooth. Oh, Mr. Silvertooth's actually here. Just stopped in to say hi. 170 watching in a down market. Mr. Silvertooth, friends. Mr. Silvertooth. I memed him. I made him the living meme, friends. Okay. Mr. Silvertooth. I made many videos on Mr. Silvertooth. You can type in Silvertooth into your friend Swami here. And man, it's such a good story. Mr. Silvertooth, you understand, sir? You understand I have been... When I light the candle, I light it for you, bro. I really want you to make it. For your family. He's always been the black sheep. You gotta understand, friends, you know what pissed me off? When everyone said, hey, he got greedy. He did sell when it went up. You don't understand it, dude. The guy, he was investing, failed, investing, failed, investing, failed. Round trip 2017. Then he found HEX and it went up. There's game theory, there's shares, there's a guy streaming Richard Hart, there's a big community, crypto's going up. And he lived off the yield. Problem is, 60 days later, down 75%. That's all altcoins. It's just, what do you do at that point, bro? That's the catch 2022 of altcoins or just anything in crypto. Now we see Bitcoin versus gold ratio as well, right? It's not like everyone's, got this down pat. It's like, if you believe in it, you will be the one that holds the whole way with size. If you don't believe in it, you're out from not even a 2x. You're out in less than a 2x. That's the catch 22 about this. It's tough, man. That's why I always say, like Warren Buffett saying, but your friend Swami, we get the lollipops out. We'll use it for everyone. Like, if you're in an altcoin, you better be willing to buy it if it drops 90%, because one of these days it will. Let's play some PUBG music. Also catching up, friends. Mr. DJ Crypto. So Nathaniel the Dogg is here. So I love your videos. Screw everybody else who tries to neg you. Sir Nathaniel's got great videos, friends. And you know what pisses me off? Sir Nathaniel does some epic high videos, friends. Like, just to friends, we put this for Spoonie Wool. Just give you the alpha. There's some weird shit going on. Greek god Cicero is front-running Elon Musk tweets. Okay. And then we've actually got the timestamps. And Sir Nathaniel puts it in a nice, amazing video. You know what I love about your video, sir? You bring stuff to light. It reminds me of the Virginia UFO case, because you put it in a video, it's easy to share. It's like consumable, right? So that actually has happened, friends. And then he dares to ask other questions, which maybe don't go anywhere. And then everyone's like, "Hey, dude, this guy's talking about non-alpha stuff." But you gotta understand, dude, it's the mindset. He's willing to look for longs. Do you understand that, friends? You know the people who win the most? They're not looking for the exits. They're looking for a reason to stay long. They're looking for a reason to add. Yeah, that's the mindset here. Jeets looking for reasons to exit. That's why they never make it to the top. Mr. DJ Crypto's also laughing because I talked about my real portfolio. Yeah, I'm not looking at that shit. Yeah, no way. No way. It's just, it's just like, it's, I was watching October 10th drop 75% in 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, well, it's over. That's not over, friends. The liquidity's so thin. Also, friends, I have to say something. Let's play some angel music again. In the SotaChronicles movie, we got to talk about Rectum. Rectum, maybe it is true. He got partnered with some people and their share of Overwatch, I guess, dumps. But, I'm proud, even myself. I kept telling you, man, the boogeyman, he's not the boogeyman, dude. He put in 28 million and he's selling for a loss. He put in 28 million, okay? He believed hard. But I think his ex-wife is involved. So I think Scrota, oh, such a good name. We got the best names for everyone. So Sota, aka Scrota, he cleared Rectum Rochelle's name, okay, in the video. So it's but it doesn't solve anything, friends. We need buyers. You understand? It's not about that. By the way, Justin Sun's name as a scammer never got cleared. Do you want me to show you what happened to Tron? Right here. Justin Sun still called the scammer. It went up to the moon. Okay? Friends, look at these tweets. Effing Asian scammer. Worse than Indians. One fraud supporting another fraud. You're all effing shameless, scamming CUNTs for real. F you. Those are the first replies to Justin Sun. Okay? And his price chart went up. We just need buyers coming in. Okay? We got to wait for everything. Boys Club Maxi, mog or get mogged. I keep the mog glasses right here with us. Leonard, don't break my heart. Hello, sir. Are we about to win? We already won. We found each other now, friend. I'm just saying, dude, these many monthly red candles, it takes a while. It takes a while. All right. OnlyFriends? That's right, sir. Mr. Soldier USA with an F at the end. Is that a female Soldier USA? Somi, don't you think Richard Hunt is waiting for the market to turn around more than anything? Yes. Yes, I've been saying that. And he said, it wouldn't be smart to throw away money with everything bearish. Habibi, I've been saying this since literally 2024. I've been saying this for literally 2 years. You can see this. You can see this in the ETH BTC ratio. We've been waiting for this thing to freaking go up here, but it went down instead. You know, I know it's hard for everyone to just say, look at the ratio because, you know, it's a lot of new people, but that's it, friends. I've got the marker up here. There you go. Let's actually move it up here. Ethereum has to be in this box, 10,000. Look where it is, man. It's down 80% from where it should be. That's it. You know, okay, problem solved. But everyone still wants to whinge. That's why I don't like it when I told you, bro. He's waiting for 10k ETH. He's waiting for 8k ETH. And then they start throwing out, oh, I just need a punching bag. Oh, he should have bought ETH cheaper. It doesn't matter if he bought ETH cheaper, bro. He's still not rotating. Is it 10k yet? By the way, Ethereum at 1 trillion market cap is 8,400. Is it 8,400 yet? No, it's not. Okay, he's not rotating. It's just that they were hoping he would be in lower, so their portfolio quote would be higher. I was hoping that too, dude. But it's not. What can we do about it? Nothing. We all got cucked, dude. Tom Lee bought 4.5 million ETH. He's still offside. It was the Ethereum third cycle curse. More baby dolls, only crypto. It's all about Ethereum getting over 5k. There you go. There you go. It is, but we don't know. I don't want to say 5k and then we don't move, but just, what else are we playing for? We have more baby dolls coming out here, mogging and mogging and mogging out here. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. We have everyone speaking about HEX. We have the Mr. Abyss commenting on that earlier gentleman, a 90-year-old man delivering HEX tablets and stuff. That's awesome, dude. Okay. So many things. Is BitBoy still alive? Paul asks. Oh, God. I don't know, friends. BitBoy is he's on meds, but he's like really, it's not him, dude. He's like a really heavily medicated. He's just, man, you gotta understand, friends. He was one of those, he shined so bright. Just so everyone knows, friends, Bitcoin is a real rags to riches story. He used to be a drug addict, almost died, turned his life around, got into crypto, started shilling the DeFi, pump and dumps. Got to throw that in, you know what I mean? And then he ran it up to 28 million, him and his company. And then at the top, friends, the story of BitBoy is not really a story of the gambling stuff. The story of BitBoy, so everyone knows, is, look, we don't teach people enough what to do if you make money. Okay, because BitBoy had been with the same girl since school. So when BitBoy had his own office, what he started doing was he started munching some Ritalin. He went on the gear. So he started looking better at the gym. He started taking selfies. You could tell he's got the red neck and stuff. And then he started, you know, let's say engaging with other females. And so he's looking at his wife like, oh, I've been with you for like 10 years. And then Emma's like, I was yelling at him, no. And he's like, no, what's the worst that could happen? Then he tried to have them both at the same time, right? And he went with Cashy, everyone knows Cashy. And I was like, no, bro, no, it's a freaking turn. Oh, then he left his wife for her and three kids. I was like, bro, she's gonna leave you, BitBoy. Don't do it. Don't do it, BitBoy. And the spiral happened, okay? He threw everything away from her. And friends, you know, friends, have you ever had a spoon to the heart? Okay, see, Spoonie will never betray you. But my spoon in the heart was when I saw Cassie, she made a tweet. because BitBoy, he just disappeared. He'd been gone for 24 hours. He wasn't picking up. And then Cassie, let's show everyone. I'll show everyone. Cassie, and BitBoy. Man, this just breaks my heart, friends. Because this is a story. Oh, Bitty boy, you can't do that, brother. You can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, Bitty boy. Oh, man, this is him and his wife. He got back with his wife, but then he went back and tried to have them at the same time. Oh, so Cassie came out. See, I could interpret the tweet. She was basically, it's the girl tweet as in, just in case this guy hurts himself, just remember, we're still friends. And I was like, oh no, she broke up with him. She broke up with him. You know, and that's when I knew it was game over. So then he lost his wife, lost his kids, and now his mistress, it was over. And he lost the money. So what's the lesson I learned from that, friends? Well, when you get money and all this stuff, you can't just go around sniffing all these flowers. It is an empty life. Okay? It's like it's PumpFun coins. Dopamine hit, back to zero. Dopamine hit, back to zero. It just, you don't understand, friend. Like, as you get older, you realize, you know, all these like religious institutions and family stuff. As you get older, okay, I'm talking to like young Victor and everyone out here, all the young gentle peoples, okay? You realize there's a reason humans need these parameters out here. Not like jail cells, but like, you need these parameters, man. Not everyone can control it. He just couldn't control it. It was one spiral. That's why it breaks my heart, because this story is not actually just about gambling and doing all that, right? It was just, man, if you can't control your dopamine, friends, some people are just addicts. Because that's what BitBoy was doing. He was finding ways to get high whilst running the stream, whilst having the company. They try to have their cake and eat it too. No, dude. Okay, friends. You got to be like the Japanese. The Japanese always say, if you're going to go be a drug junkie under the bridge, well, freaking leave your shoes at the door, stop eating, leave your phone here, and go do your drugs under the bridge. Like they just say, go firmly, just decide to do it. Don't try to do everything at once. You know what I mean? But they can't commit to it. That's the problem. You said they try to do everything at once, friends. Such a very tough story. But, you know, we all went through it. Lessons to learn. I hope he comes back. But, man, you know. Oh, well. We've also got Mr. Sluggy Boot. Jim Cramer bear tweeted last night, and 30 minutes later, oil dumped and Bitcoin pumped. You saw it. Jim Cramer. He still got the 99.9% win rate. Used to be 100%, but he got bearish on Bitcoin, and he was actually right. I do appreciate every single one of you, friends. We're speaking about Ethereum, PulseChain. We've got Gabby. Gabby H. You can copy-paste code, but not liquidity. Thank you so much for the $2 doonies. It's true. It's true. We've got Parish becoming a spoonie wielder. Well done. I spend a lot of time on the spoonie stuff out here, always giving you high-value content and value. B-Boy, what's your thoughts on universal profiles? I don't know what that term means. What is a universal profile? I want to see, what is this? A universal profile is digital identities built on Luxo. Oh, yeah, I used to have Luxo. That was one of my winners on my... Man, Vans, you understand how much I hate going to my Twitter profile? Because I got to see how big my wins were. And he didn't have to do much except hold. I think I have Luxo somewhere here. Man, do we have Lix? Is this it? Lix. Is that Luxo? L-Y-X-E? I can't remember. Or is it L-X-C? I have Lix. I don't even know, friends. Just random tickers, 13X. So Fabio, he was one of the guys who made Ethereum. He's a Fabio. I always saw it as like a Balenciaga interpretation of Ethereum. Universal profiles. So it might be a tech standard stuff. Once again, you need a community though, so that's most important. There's a community to rally around it. That's what we need. Mr. Silvertooth, I am Silvertooth. Yes, you are, sir. Thank you for the shout out. I don't own Litecoin, but I still have HEX staked. So, just get some pDAI just in case, bro. Yeah, I think you had pDAI. Didn't you, Mr. Silvertooth? Just walk away, bro. You don't have to watch it. You won't get psyops by like Maria coming back or anything out here, you know? We've got Mr. Sluggy Boo speaking about Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. I haven't played them. Yeah, friends, I've got a lot of games I have to play, but I just can't. We have Mr. Yellowtail. Sami, probably the toughest one in the community. Friends, I can take on anyone, but, you know, what good do the fists do? I want to be yelling about the green candles, dude. Like, I want to mog them with you. Like, I want to be like, you didn't even put $10 in. You know what I mean? That's what we want. You know, just the whole, but everything goes down together and stuff. It's only so much, man. But even no one's even here around. And there's going to be a new altcoin thing that's going to be getting everyone all over again. The new safe moon. But we're here. We're strong. BitBoy versus Mr. Wonderful proves we live in a simulation. Yeah, man. Damn. Yeah, friends, Mr. Wonderful. That legal stuff, right? I think Mr. Wonderful, his wife, there was allegedly there was like drink driving on a boat and someone passed away. And I think they were able to get away with the unaliving. And BitBoy just kept hacking away at it. Friends, BitBoy, friends, the Coin Butthole was funded by Wall Street. And we only know that because BitBoy was so pissed off that guy just reads off a teleprompter. So he went and investigated. That's how I know this information. Wall Street's been in because, oh, BitBoy was just, man, I don't know. We always got a soft spot for this guy and the super shining bright light. And he was so early to stuff. Like he was just making coins and just trying them out, man. Because it was just different time. Do we even have anyone like that now? We just don't, friends. It's just, maybe we do get back there. But we'll see. Lots of dopamine, friends. Appreciating everyone out here. We have Mobiet. Glitter Pants is live. His videos lately have been more cryptic than normal. Yeah, when it comes to the cryptic stuff, maybe there is a lot of alpha. But the prices are cheap. That's probably the most important part. That's why I'm just telling you now, just so you remember. The cryptic stuff, I think the cryptic stuff for everything in PulseChain and pDAI, it would be less cryptic up here, and then there will be a higher chance of a retrace. Just more information comes up as pretty much it comes up, as you know, right? We have Damien. Piss chain, the gutter chain of the industry. Is it, sir, though? Is it? I'm putting in $10 redoonies every week. So, like, I'm not even joking, man. I like the fact that $10 here is worth, literally, it's worth $320 up here. I like that. I like that. You got a choice, so you can go rotate to something else. My friends, we've got a lot of stuff. They're just not fun, dude. It's the same stuff. It's literally the same thing, right? And we've seen the distribution, whether the founder's good, bad, around, it doesn't matter, right? I do appreciate and love every single one of you, friends. PulseChain, monster news, got more sexy stuff coming your way. Prices are cheap. 7 to 8 red monthly candles in a row. I'll just be honest, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Maybe Ivan on Tech calling us a scam in his new book has shifted something in the universe. Don't forget he loves you. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.